Hello, this is part two of my walk on the trail. Apparently my phone had interference and shut us off, and I was at a point where I was talking about Chap Peterson, whom I always thought of as a Democrat, and who passed around this legislation that would have encouraged the schools to be safe. But then he writes to all the schools with his co-sponsor, who was a Republican, and says, don't pay any attention to that. Forget about that. We're seeing a lot of that these days, in which public officials talk out of both sides of their mouth. And the thing in Chap's case that's interesting, that earned him a critical opinion piece by the Washington Post, attacking him for this kind of cynicism and hypocrisy, their words, by the way, is that he also has a case, and he's been suing the governor about a similar issue, which strikes me as he has a conflict, and he should disclose it himself if it's getting in the way of his public office. And this is the problem with many of these officials. I had a conversation with Stan Brand, and we were talking about a prominent congressman who had an active law practice when he was first elected. This is a long time ago, and he's in the leadership still. And he was talking about what he could or couldn't do with his practice. And he was advised it's almost impossible to avoid conflict. And so he quit his practice. He did the right thing. Now, the General Assembly in Virginia meets for a short time each month. And during that time, cases are on hold. But still, the conflicts can arise. And it seems to me Chap Peterson should have decided to be consistent with the legislation or consistent with the case and been transparent. And he wasn't. And this is a sign of the minor or major, depending on how you look at it, corruption that we see in our public officials these days. They can't divvy up who their master is. And often it's mammon, money. It's not about public service. So there we have it. Those are my thoughts today. Sorry for the break. This is the second thing I'll be posting so that you can follow the first thing that I'm posting. Bye-bye.